Madhya, am I audible to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so Madhya, basically there is in this class we are covering some important topics from class 11th, and that is your stoichiometry, basically limiting reagent. So, are you aware of limiting reagent?
So can you explain it once?
Just wait. Just wait for a few minutes. Other students are joining. I'll be explaining this limiting reagent soon.
Okay.
Okay, everyone. And you can try for this question if you want. I'll explain the mechanism, concept behind the question as well as the solution I will give you. Okay, I'm gonna start this. I'm gonna start the concept behind this. What we say, the limiting reagent. See, what is limiting reagent? Arif, am I audible to you?
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Okay. So see, everyone, what is limiting reagent? Basically, limiting reagent is that reactant which limits the product. Basically, we can write limiting reagent is that reactant which limits the product. Basically, if you are going to make tea and if you want to prepare tea for 50 people and in between making the tea, you find out that the tea leaves is finished. So you will not be able to make more tea. And in this case, the tea leaves is the limiting reagent. So basically, the product depends upon the limiting reagent. If you want to, let's say, if you want to make sugar plus water, which is sugar solution. But after making for 15 people, you want to make for 15 more people. And at that time, if sugar is finished, will you be able to make or prepare sugar solution? Yes or no? Will you be able to make it? Shahid, Madiha, Faiza, and Mohammad Tharif, please do respond.
No, sir.
So that okay, you will not be able to make sugar solution because sugar is finished, and in this case, the limiting reagent is your sugar. Now, in reaction, how you are going to find out whether which one is basically limiting reagent and which one is not limiting reagent? So there is two type of reaction you can see. Either both will be finished and converted into product, or either if one of them will be in excess, that means if one of them will be in excess, another will be in limit amount, and if that will finished, that means the one which finished first will be the limiting reagent. And how we are going to find out? First of all, let's take an example of hydrocarbon, and if you are going to burn it, you will be getting CO2 plus H2O. This reaction you should remember whenever you are going to burn or combustion. If you are going to do the combustion of hydrocarbon, you will get carbon dioxide plus water. And after writing this reaction, you are going to balance it. 4 hydrogen on the left hand side, so 4 hydrogen on the right hand side. Total oxygen on the left hand side is 2 and total oxygen on the right hand side is 4. So I'm gonna multiply it by 2, and you can see now the equation is balanced. Now there is a term that is called a stoichiometric coefficient in chemistry. Basically, in maths we call it coefficient. What is the coefficient of x cube here? Madiha, can you tell me what is the coefficient of x cube?
Mm. So can you please repeat the question once?
What is the coefficient of x cube?
So I don't know, like 1? No.
Okay, yeah, it is 1. Very good.
Okay.
You should be confident about this. What is this coefficient? Basically, the multiplied number in variable that is called coefficient. If I'll ask you T2x, what is the coefficient of x? That is 2. Yes or no?
Yes.
So in this way, you can easily calculate the in chemistry or chemical equation, we call it a stoichiometric coefficient. Like if I'm going to ask you, what is the stoichiometric coefficient of this H2O? That is 2. What is the stoichiometric coefficient of CO2? That is 1. What is the stoichiometric coefficient of O2? That is 2. What is the stoichiometric coefficient of methane or CH4? That is 1. Are you getting my point?
Yes.
And this stoichiometric coefficient basically represent moles. Basically, it says that how we are going to read it and how I'm gonna write it. You can see this will be written as 1 mole of CH4, that is methane, and there is plus symbol. That means it is gonna react with 2 mole of O2 to give 1 mole of CO2, 1 mole of CO2, and 2 mole of H2O. The equation must be balanced in this case. Are you getting my point?
Yes, sir.
Now, the most important point is that this limiting reagent, your limiting reagent is always in reactant because it limits the product. It decides how many number of moles and what is the quantity of product, what is the quantity of product will be. It is decided by the limiting reagent and it resides on the reactant side. Now see, this is a balanced chemical equation and we are going to understand what is the limiting reagent. So you can see 1 mole of CH4 react with 2 mole of O2. 1 mole of CH4 react with 2 mole of O2. So if I'm going to take 2 mole of CH4, how many mole of O2 it will require? 4 mole. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
It is very simple. Unitary method, 1 react with 2, so 2 react with 4, 5 react with 10. But in case if the question is given that this is your 4 mole, that means basically CH4 is 4 mole given and O2 is also 4 mole given. Now, if they ask you what is the limiting reagent in this, so as you know that 1 mole of this, we will always look at the balanced equation. 1 mole of this react with 2 mole of O2. So 4 mole of CH4 react with 8 mole of O2. Yes or no? 1 mole of CH4 react with 2 mole of O2. 2 mole of CH4 react with 4 mole of O2. So 4 mole of CH4 react with 8 mole of O2. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
But we have only 4 mole. We require 8 mole, but it has only 4 mole, which is not sufficient. That means it will be finished first, and hence if it is finished first, that means O2 is the limiting reagent. This is the first method to calculate the limiting reagent, to recognize the limiting reagent. There is another way which is very easy to know which one is limiting reagent. It's very easy. Again, I'm going to say, look at the balanced equation. You can see 1 mole of CH4 react with 2 mole of O2. So 4 mole of CH4 will require 8 mole, double the mole of CH4, that is 8 mole of O2, but it has only 4 mole. So it will finish first because it is lesser in quantity. It is not enough, lesser than enough. So it is the limiting reagent. Another way, that is trick. See, this is your balanced chemical equation, which is required, which is very important. And this is the given question. So what you need to do, you need to calculate the ratio. How you are going to calculate the ratio? What is this ratio? So this is your CH4. What is the number of moles of CH4 that is given in the question? 4. And what is the number of moles in the balanced chemical equation of CH4? That is 1. Yes or no? You just need to divide the number of moles given in question upon, that is numerator. You are in numerator, you are going to put the number of moles in the question that is given, and in denominator you are going to put the value of the number of moles from the balanced chemical equation, which is 1. And again, for the another reactant, that is O2, you can see in the question it is given 4, and in the equation it is given 2. And you need to can anyone tell me this? This is for CH4 and this is for O2. Can anyone tell me which ratio is lower? Which ratio is smaller?
O2.
O2.
O2 4/2. The one which is smaller in quantity, since it is 2 and this is your 4, the one which is smaller in quantity will be your limiting reagent. You can also find out in this way. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Now I'm going to give you another example. Let's say if we have 4a plus 3b, that will give you 7c plus 5d. This is a balanced chemical equation that is given in the question. Now in the question it has given that 20 mole of A, 20 mole A and 30 mole B react. Okay. Now the question is that you need to calculate which one of the following is LR. The next question, how many moles of C and D formed? How many moles of C and D formed? So first of all, you are going to apply the trick to calculate the limiting reagent. To calculate the limiting reagent. What was the trick? What was the trick? You can see this is your 20 mole. 20 mole. So you just need to write 20 divided by what is the mole in the balanced equation? 4. Another reactant, that is 30 mole given. And what is the number of moles in the reaction? That is 3. So you can see this will be 5 and this will be your wait a minute, 4 5 is 20 and this will be your 10, right? So this value is greater and this value is smaller, right? So the one which is smaller is the limiting reagent. That means A is the limiting reagent. Are you getting my point?
Yes, sir.
Now the most important point, if you will find the limiting reagent, the reaction proceeds according to the limiting reagent. according to the limiting reagent. Basically, what I want to tell you is that, let's say, uh, have you ever made sandwich? Madiha, Shahid, Tarif, Faiza.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I'm gonna prepare sandwich, which is very, what we say, normal, or you can say basic sandwich. Two bread plus one cheese. We require two bread plus one cheese. You are going to put one cheese into between two bread, and you get a sandwich, right? Yes or no? Now, if I'm gonna take four bread, how many cheese I need? Two cheese, yes or no? To give
Yes,
how many sandwich? Two sandwich it will give you. Are you getting my point? In between two bread, you are going to keep one cheese, you will get one sandwich. If you have four bread, you require two cheese to make two sandwich. Are you getting my point?
Yes.
But what if you have 10 bread plus 10 sandwich? Sorry, not sandwich. We are preparing or making sandwich. Okay. So what you have 10 bread plus 10 cheese. The question is how many sandwich will form? How many sandwich will you are going to prepare? So you can see from the balanced equation, you have to look. This is your two bread require one cheese. So 10 bread require only five cheese. Yes or no? But we have 10 cheese, which is in excess. Are you getting my point?
Yes.
Or either you can directly calculate the limiting reagent. How? This is your 10 bread that is in question, and this is your balanced chemical equation, which is 2. This is your 10 cheese that is in the question, and this is your balanced chemical equation, that is 1. So which one is greater? This one is greater, this one is lower. That means bread is your limiting reagent. So if 10 bread is there, only 5 cheese will combine with 10 bread to form only 5 sandwich. Are you getting my point?
Yes.
The rest cheese will be left as it is. Now, what I want to say is that the product will form according to the limiting reagent. So if you got this is the limiting reagent. You are going to see this. Two bread is preparing one sandwich. Just forget about the one which is in excess, because the product will form according to the limiting reagent. Two bread will form one sandwich. So 10 bread will form five sandwich. Yes or no?
Yes.
Now come to the main question that I had given. So we just found that this is your limiting reagent, right? A is the limiting reagent. So you can see 4 bread is preparing 7C, because this product will be decided on the basis of according to the limiting reagent. So 4 bread gives you 7C. So one bread gives you 7 by 4C. And how many bread we have? How many A of we have? 20. So I'm going to put 20. You just need to apply the unitary method. 7 by 4 into 20. That is your 35. That means with the 20 mole of A and 30 mole of B, you will get 35 mole of C. And according to that, again, you are going to talk about how many moles of D will form. So according to this, you can see 4 will give you 5. So 1 will give you 5 by 4. And for 30, you will get 5 by 4 into 30, and you can get the answer. Are you getting my point?
Yes, sir.
So it's very, very easy. Again, I'm just gonna summarize it. How to calculate how to know whether which one is your limiting reagent. Whatever is the number of moles given upon the balanced chemical equation mole, the one which is smaller is the limiting reagent. The product will be decided on the basis of limiting reagent. Now come to the question. Come to the question. I'm going to explain this. First of all, if you are in now class 12th, can anyone tell me the chemical equation from this question? Chemical equation from this question.
So
Have you
it
heard
is
of have? Yeah, yeah.
N2
Can you
plus
speak up again?
2H2 gives 2NH3.
Yeah, this is your Haber's process to prepare ammonia and 2 plus H2 that will form NH3. That will form NH3. Now you are going to balance it. And as you can see, the number of moles of hydrogen molecule required to produce 20 moles of ammonia through Haber's process. So basically it is understood Haber's process is nitrogen react with hydrogen to give ammonia. Now, in order to balance it, I'm going to put 2 here. So hydrogen is 6 now. So I'm going to put 3 here. Is that clear? Now, whenever you are going to do this, just remember this point, which is very, very important. First, you are going to balance the chemical equation like I just did. And after writing the balanced chemical equation, you are going to do this. What is the number of moles and of N2 here? 1 mole, because its stoichiometric coefficient is 1. 1 mole of N2 reacts with 3 moles of H2. 3 moles of H2 to give 2 moles of NH3. Yes or no? It's not necessary that you are going to write it. You just can read it in your mind. Okay. Now, according to the question, what is given, just focus on that. The number of moles of hydrogen required. That means we need to calculate the number of moles of hydrogen to produce 20 moles of NH3. Okay, it's so simple. See, 3 moles of H2 will give 2 moles of NH3. 3 moles of H2 gives you 2 moles of NH3. So can I write 2 moles of NH3 given by 3 moles of H2? Yes or no? Please do respond so that I will be able to understand that you are
Yes, sir.
understanding. Okay. And if you are going to apply the unitary method, 1 mole of NH3 that will be equal to 3 by 2 moles of H2. And as you can see, 20 moles of ammonia is given. So you just need to write 20 moles of ammonia will give you how many moles of H2 is required? 30 moles. It's so simple, isn't it? So how many moles? 30. So is there any doubt, anyone?
No, sir.
Okay, please do write it and let me know. Let me know when you are done with this. Always deal in mole whenever you can easily calculate the number of moles. Everyone knows that, right? Are you done with this, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Everyone knows how to calculate number of moles, right? Yes or no? So I'm going to give you hints. See, if you are not able to, sir, how we got, what is this? Wait a minute. Okay, how we got 3 by 2? Okay, just wait a minute, everyone. Tharif, see, if you are getting Tharif, 2 moles of NH3 gives you 3 moles of H2, just suppose. So 1 mole will be given by 3 by 2. It's just like Tharif, if you are getting a chocolate, let's say 20 bucks, for rupees 10, you are getting 1 chocolate. Tharif, are you getting my point?
Yes, sir.
So for 1 rupee, you will be getting 1 by 10 chocolate. So for 50 rupees, you will be getting 1 by 10 into 50, that is 5 chocolate. Are you getting my point? So it's just like this. 2 moles of this will give you 3 moles. So for 1 mole, 3 by 2. Is that clear, Tharif?
Yes, sir. Clear.
Okay. I'm going to give you hints for this question. And that is very easy. So everyone will be able to write equation about this for this. Okay. First of all, always try to write the equation by your own. Never go for the solution or never unless or until you write. I think you can write the equation of this. Please do write it. And if you will not be able to write, I am here to assist you. Yeah, anyone have written the equation? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so what is the equation, Shahid?
H2 plus O2, 2H2 plus O2 will give 2H2O.
First, you are going to tell me H2 plus O2, that will give you H2O, right? And after that, you can multiply it by 2 and 2, then it will be balanced, right? This will be the equation. Madiha, were you able to write the equation correctly? Faiza, Arif?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, please.
Yes, sir.
Also, please do interact with me so that I will be able to understand what type of student you are. Like, are you getting it or not? If you will not get it and if you will not interact with me, it will be no, what we say. It will not be beneficial for you. If you are here to learn something, or so you should interact with me. And whatever is your doubt, there is nothing. If you are shy or anything, so please be clear about your goal and ask me whatever you want. So see the why the equation is so easy. Hydrogen. Hydrogen is a non-metal which is in gas, so it will exist in H2. And 64 gram of oxygen. Oxygen is also gas. Why it is O2. Were filled in a steel vessel and exploded. That is another part. What you needed to do, hydrogen and oxygen mixing, that means they are reactant. And it has been written exploded amount of water produced in this reaction. That means water is the product. So H2 I have written, and you can balance this equation with heat and trial method that you have learned in class 10th, right? First chapter. Now, this is given that 10 gram of this will react with 64 gram of this, and we need to calculate the number of moles of water. Yes or no? Number of moles of water. It can be asked what is the mass of water as well. If you know the number of moles, you can easily calculate the mass as well. Now see, whenever mass, volume or number of particles is given, you are going to calculate the number of moles. Convert it into number of moles. It will be very beneficial for you. Okay. Number of moles has three formula. The first one is if mass is given mass upon molar mass. The second one is if volume is given volume upon 22.4 liter. If the third one is given number of particle upon Avogadro number. And I hope everyone knows the value of Avogadro number, right? 6.023 or 6.02 you can take raised to the power 23 is the value of Na. So you have three formula of number of moles: given mass upon molar mass, volume upon 22.4 liter if volume is given, if number of particles is given, number of particle given upon Avogadro number. Now see, mass is given, so we can easily calculate the number of moles, that is given mass upon molar mass. What is the molar mass of the H2? One hydrogen has one mass, so two hydrogen will have two mass, so it will be 5 mole. This is the given in question. Number of moles, this much. Number of moles of O2, if you are going for this, given mass, that is 64. And what is the molar mass of O2? One oxygen atom has 16. So two oxygen atom will have 32. And you will be getting the number of moles of O2 as 2 moles. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Now, after finding this number of moles, you are going to look at the balanced chemical equation and you will find that this is your 2 mole H2 react with 1 mole O2 H2. And if this type of question is given, you are going to calculate, recognize the limiting reagent. And what was the trick for limiting reagent? It was very simple. What was the trick for limiting reagent? You can see whatever is the number of moles 5 and whatever is the number of moles in balanced chemical equation 5/2, whatever is the number of moles 2 and whatever is the number of moles 1. You can see this is your lesser, this is your greater. So the one which is smaller in value will be the limiting reagent and the reaction will proceed according to that limiting reagent. So you are going to read it. The product will form according to the limiting reagent. And as you can see in the balanced chemical equation, 1 mole of O2 will give you 2 mole of H2O. 1 mole of O2 will give you 2 mole of H2O. So 2 mole of O2 will give you directly 4 mole of H2O. Can't I write? All I want to say is that if number of moles or mass or volume or number of particles of all the reactant is given, you are going to calculate the number of moles first if it is not given directly. And if it is given directly, then you are going to apply the trick of the ratio to recognize which one is the limiting reagent. And if you got the limiting reagent, what you need to do? Just see the balanced chemical equation. How many number of moles of the limiting reagent giving you the number of moles of product? So you can see 1 mole of O2 will give 2 mole of H2O. So how many moles of O2 we have actually? 2 mole. So 1 is giving 2. So 2 will give 4 mole of H2O and hence the answer will be B. Are you getting my point?
Yes, sir.
Please do write it. Let me know when you are done with this. Everyone done with this? Okay, sir. Did we multiply? Okay, no problem. Tharif, I'm going to ask you a very simple question. Please do interact with me. So let's say for rupees 1, you are getting 2 pens. Are you getting my point?
Yes, sir.
What is for you understand this, right?
Yes,
Rupees,
sir.
or should I change it?
No, sir, it's fine. It's fine.
Okay. So can you tell me for rupees how many pens you will buy?
4 pence.
So it is same. The way you write or wrote in the chat box 2 into 2, that is same. For 1 you got 2, 4. So for 2 you will be getting 2 into 2, that is 4. Everyone done with this? Can I change the slide?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm gonna write a very easy question here. 10 moles of hydrogen react with 15 moles of iodine to form hydrogen iodide. Calculate number of moles of hydrogen iodide HI formed, which is limiting reagent and which is in excess. The one which will be in limiting reagent and another will be in excess. And how many moles left? The one which will be in excess, that will left some of the quantity of that will be left. So please do it, and if you are not able to write the equation, please do let me know. If you are not able to write the equation reaction, please do let me know. Shahid, Madhya, have you written the equation, chemical reaction?
Yes, sir.
What is the reaction that you have written?
I2 is equal to 4
Yeah.
pence that I2 is. Okay, so you're asking this? I was asking. I thought you were
Reaction.
asking a question. No, I
No,
didn't
no,
write
I'm
this.
equation without reaction. Uh, it will be wrong.
Oh, so
Reaction
I
you
didn't
haven't
write
written?
this one. I
Okay,
didn't
please
write
do
this
write.
one.
Okay,
Yes.
please do write the reaction first. Faiza, what about you?
Sir, I wrote,
Okay, tell me.
sir, I wrote H2 plus 2I equals to HI.
H2 plus 2I, iodine is non-metal and it exists in I2, like F2Cl2Br2. It exists in I2 to give you
Okay,
HI,
sir.
hydrogen iodide, and to balance it, you are going to multiply it by 2. Is that clear?
Yes.
Now see everyone. Any answer from anyone? Madiha, Shahid, which one of the following is limiting reagent? At least limiting reagent you can easily tell me.
Hydrogen.
Hydrogen. Very good. So how many moles of HI formed? Sorry. How many moles of HI formed?
20.
20? Did you say 20? Very good. So if hydrogen is limiting reagent, I2 will be in excess. Okay, I'm gonna explain it. See. Don't worry about this. See, this is the balanced chemical equation. And you can see 1 mole of this react with 1 mole of this to give 2 mole of this. Now, the question is 10 mole of this is given and 20 mole of this is given. And we need to calculate how many moles of HI form, which one of the following is limiting reagent and which one will be in excess, and how many, if it is in excess, how many moles will be left. Now see. If you are going to take the ratio, this will be 10 by 1 and this will be 20 by 1. So this is greater. So hydrogen is the smaller one. So it is the limiting reagent. If it is the limiting reagent, the product will be formed according to this. So as you can see, H2, 1 mole will give 2 mole. So 10 mole of this will give you 20 mole of H2, HI, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So first of all, Lr is your hydrogen. Number of moles of Hi is your 20 moles. Now, which one is in excess? If H2 is a Lr, so excess is your, which one will be in excess? I2. Now, how you will be able to calculate the number of moles left of the excess, the one which is in excess? So you can see one is reacting with one. So 10 will be reacting with 10. So how many moles will left? 10 moles left. Are you getting my point?
Yes.
So it's very easy. Please do write it.
Sir, in the question for iodine, it's given 15 moles. And we
Oh,
wrote 10.
sorry. I don't know why I took 20 moles. I just got confused. So there will be 15 again. The same. Only here the answer will be 5 moles left. Sorry, I just took the wrong value. No, apart from this, all thing is correct. You can see 1 mole react with 1. So 10 mole react with 10. But here it is 15, which is in excess. So this is your limiting reagent. If this is your limiting reagent, then product will be decided according to the limiting reagent. 1 mole give 2 mole. So 10 mole will give 20 mole. Now, this is your limiting reagent. So this will be in excess. So 1 react with 1, 10 react with 10. So 5 moles left. Simple. Let me know when you are done with this. Everyone done with this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now see the next. In the next class, I'm gonna give you some topic to study from home so that we will be able to do more and more question of JEE and NEET chemical bonding. And for chemical bonding, I'm going to write some topic that you have notes of this chapter, right? VBT, hybridization, MOT. MOT is not that much connected, but it will. Vesper theory. So you are going to cover these topics. You just need to read or try to understand. Then I will be covering in the next class this topic. Okay. And soon we are going to. I need to talk about this to all of you. Whatever. I think everyone is done with the solution chapter, right?
Yes, sir.
So what I will be doing with all of you, what we will be doing in the class is that whenever my class will be with you, I think my class will be on Monday and Wednesday. This class will be beneficial to you only if you will come to class after just revising the theoretical or conceptual part. Because here in the class, I will not be covering all the theoretical part or the all the concepts. I will be here to practice. This class will mainly for the practice session of NEET or JEE. So you will be revising all the concept and the theories and each and everything, and then come to my class. And then if you will get any doubt or while revising, if you will get any doubt in any concept, I will be giving that clarification. I will clarify that and we will be doing more and more questions. So whenever we are going to start solution chapter, I will be announcing before that class. And in that class, I will give you like not all the chapters you need to study. I will give you the topics that you need to cover. Like in solution chapter, I will be giving you concentration terms along with Henry's law. That is your solubility part. If the class is for 1 hour, we will be covering 3 topics. And if it will be for 1.5 hours, I think, then I will increase the topics accordingly. And we will be solving all the PYQs and the important questions. And in case any topic that you were not able to understand previously, you can ask in this class. Is that clear, everyone?
Yes, sir.
So, Madhya, do you have maths or bio?
Some maths.
Maths. Okay. Please, everyone, tell me about yourself. Faiza? Faiza Afzal. The one who cannot speak in the class due to some reasons can reply in chat box at least. Okay. Tharif,
Yes, sir.
can you tell me what do you have? Do you have maths?
Yes, sir.
Oh, that's great. Okay. Okay, please do this question. So, okay, everyone is from JEE. Okay, that's great. That's great. I will be doing a lot of hard work for you people to get questions in a topic wise at one place, short notes and every trick that I know I will share with you. so that it will be beneficial for you. And I will also be giving you some questions that will be not from this topic. That will be basically from like you have studied about this chapter, this topic in class 11th. That is basically number of oxygen atoms, and it is quite easy. So if you don't know, just don't waste time. Just let me know. I will explain it. Okay, see, number of atoms or number of molecules, anything if you want to calculate, you need to calculate the number of moles. So number of moles has a formula, three formula of number of moles. But here you can see mass is given. So we are going to use given mass upon molar mass. Given mass is 4.4 gram and molar mass is 44 gram. And you can see it will be cancelled by 0.1. So this is the number of moles, which is 0.1 mole. Now, after calculating the number of moles, these are some concepts that you are going to write it in a separate notebook and revise it. If you need to calculate the number of oxygen atoms, you need to calculate the number of molecules. And how you are going to calculate the number of molecules? Number of moles into Na. It's so simple. Number of moles into Na. Number of moles is 0.1 and Na is 6.02 into 10 raised to the power 23. So you can be easily writing 6.02 into 10 raised to the power 22. This decimal will be cancelled by one of the 10 from this. This is your number of molecules. Now, you can see in one molecule of CO2, you have two atoms. This is your CO2. So in one molecule, two atoms. So in this molecule, in this number of molecules, number of oxygen atoms. In one molecule, you have two atoms. So in this much molecule, you have 2 into 6.02 into 10 raised to the power 22. So this will be 12.04 into 10 raised to the power 22. So you can look 12.04 approximately equal to 10. Sorry, 12. So this will be your answer. So in the next class, you are going to revise. Again, I'm going to give you VBT, Vesper, and also hybridization, which is very important for your class 12th in organic chemistry. And this will be very important, like in P block, in D and F block, coordination compound. It will be very helpful. That's why I chose this topic. Okay. Just let me know when you are done with this. Okay. Okay, Faiza. So this is it for today. I will see you in the next class and we will be covering these topics. Please do read about this so that we will be able to solve some of the questions from here more and more. Everyone done with this? Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.